I've worked with Akiko Levinson, who's the CEO of Irving, for probably the past 15 or 16 years. I first met Akiko when I was at Newmont, actually, and she had a company called Gold Canyon. Her husband had passed away, and she became president of Gold Canyon Resources. And she asked me, I actually went to see her project, Spring Pole, in 2004 or sometime, and I really, really liked it, okay? But I couldn't get Newmont re-engaged in pursuing that project. But Akiko remembered, and after I left Newmont, she came and asked me to help her, which we did. We had a great time. We've drilled up a 5.2 million ounce gold deposit, and then we hit the First Nation gauntlet of trying to move a project forward, and we didn't, okay? But we did sell it to First Mining, or whatever they were called at the time, can't think of their name. And they've been advancing it. Still isn't a mine. Okay, just saying. All right, need to fix that First Nation problem. All right, so what did Akiko and I do? We spun out a little company, we dividended it to our shareholders, and we went over to Japan. Totally different business model. Okay, this is a unique business model. Yeah, are we looking for gold? Yeah, we're looking for gold, but we're looking for gold deposits of a certain type. We're looking for gold that's associated with a lot of silica, quartz. Okay, why? Because smelters use silica for flux. They use it for flux in their furnaces, and the gold and silver come out with the smelting process. They actually come out with the copper and the copper matte when they tap the furnaces. It's an amazing way to recover gold. You don't need a mill. You don't need, to capitalize a huge tailings pond or something like this. You simply mine gold-rich silica rock and you sell it to a smelter. Wow. I mean, this is crazy. My eyes were open when we went to Hishikari, one of the biggest gold mines in the world that nobody knows. It's in southern Japan. Hishikari has been producing around 250,000 ounces of gold. All-in costs $300, $400 an ounce. Why? Because they don't have a mill. They just mine the rock and they ship it to their smelter. This is Sumitomo Metal Mining. Unbelievable business model. Okay, so what did we do? We pursued the same model in Japan. We have 3 major projects now. We have Omu project up in Hokkaido in the north, Yamagano down in the south, and the Noto project on the western side of Honshu. Okay, our disclaimer. Okay. This is our mission. This is basically a summary of that business model that I just spoke to. Smelters in Japan, all these base metal smelters all require silica-rich gold ores as smelter flux. Okay, there's no traditional milling in Japan to speak of. This is a novel way, and it's been the way things have worked for many, many years. Okay, Japan has had a big smelting industry and used gold-bearing silica as flux for eons. Okay, some of the highest grade gold mines or silica deposits with gold in the world are in Japan. Okay, you can see Japan has seen a dearth of exploration for many, many years. When the economy, basically the Japanese yen strengthened and it became too expensive to operate in Japan, mining left the country. Okay, that's changing. Look at the yen today, almost around 150 per US dollar. It's business, good business in Japan. Mining is looking like a very lucrative business, especially with the gold price where it's at. This map simply shows the distribution of smelters across the country. You get the idea. Many smelters, and most of them are along the coast, okay, so easy shipping. You can put stuff on a barge at Omu, and you can ship it down to any one of a dozen smelters, all right? These are the people involved. I'm not going to go over all of them, but Akiko, I call her the boss. She's the boss. She's back there somewhere. I saw her. I love working with Akiko, but we have very good people, including Suichi Miyataki, who is our vice president of exploration. He was the head of JOGMEC, so he's probably the most famous geologist, like active exploration geologist in Japan. He works for us now. Harada, we've worked with for years. Harada is a dear friend who's helped us with a number of projects. Look, I won't take a lot more time here because I want to tell you about our story. Okay. Omu is where we focused our first effort. We picked up a mining license, so we actually have right to go mining, as well as a number of prospecting licenses. Up here in northern Hokkaido, We did a lot of basic work. You can see it summarized on this slide. I won't go over it, but we basically identified a lot of good anomalies, targets, quite frankly, grassroots level in most cases. And we went out and started drilling these. We started drilling in 2019, so we've been drilling for about 5 years. We found at Omu Sinter, which you can see up towards the top there, an absolutely extraordinary large body of silica. It doesn't have high-grade gold, but it's got about 0.6, 0.7 gram gold in many millions of tons of silica, and it's sitting right at surface. I mean, this is an extraordinary opportunity to go mine silica. We now have JX earning in. Okay, JX is the biggest mining company in Japan. Why are they interested in us? Because we have the silica they need for their smelters, and we have gold in that silica. Okay, we're now also active down in Omui. Now, Omui, we've retained rights, but it's got high-grade silica veins, high-grade gold silica veins that we can blend with that flux or the silica from Omu Sinter to produce a flux product that would be perfect for smelters throughout Japan. JX understands this, and they're supporting our effort to make a new smelter flux, basically production center at Omu. This shows you where the center is located. If we zoomed out a little bit, the ocean would be just off to the upper right. It's like 500 meters to the ocean, I kid you not. So, and there's a port there, like everything's right there. That blue circle shows you where the center body is. It's a huge, basically planar subsurface body of silica that can be mined tomorrow. I mean, yes, permitting is required, might take 2 or 3 years, but with JX at our back, we can get this done. Over at Omui, where we have the rights to the high-grade silica veins, we have drilled a number of holes. And even though we don't have enough to put a resource together, we know from this drilling that we have a lot of very, very high-grade silica veins. These things are grading, 10 plus gram in most cases. And this stuff can be blended. We can mine this in small volumes, blend it with that stuff from this Omu Sinter, and we can produce that flux product that the smelters crave. We also have an exploration alliance with Newmont. Newmont came in as both a shareholder, but also we formed a joint venture alliance with Newmont, and then Sumitomo Corporation also came in alongside. Sumitomo and Newmont have worked together historically, off and on for many, many years. So we're delighted to have both of them. Now, what it meant was we had support to go after one of the most amazing projects in Japan, and it's called Yamagano. Okay, Yamagano is down in the southern part of Japan, in Kyushu, which is the southernmost island. And with the technical expertise from Newmont, as well as the financial support from Newmont and Sumitomo, we're able to tackle a very intriguing property. This property happens to be the closest epithermal system to Hishikari. It's an old district that saw some historic mining starting back in the Edo period, so back in the 1600s. And basically, we are exploring everything to the right of that yellow line, which is covered. It's largely covered. We're drilling holes out there, and we are finding gold veins underneath cover. Is there another Hishikari here? I think there could be. Okay, geophysically, geologically, this looks like another Hishikari-type system. Have we made that discovery hole just yet? Not quite, but we're starting to see more and more veining when we drill. And we do have a lot of drilling planned this year. We did hit some nice gold. In fact, you can see visible gold down there in the lower left. We hit some high-grade intercepts, albeit skinny, so a meter of 46 grams. Not bad, especially for a first start. We need to do some more drilling, and we are. We're going to have plenty more drilling here shortly. If we have a discovery hole, I think you'll see a very aggressive move to push this project forward and basically open it up as a potential Hishikari-like operation. Okay, up at Noto. Noto is a peninsula on the west side of Honshu. There's no history of mining here, but we did a BLEG program, stream sediment program with Newmont, discovered beautiful anomalies. This year, we're going to finally start getting out and doing some boots on the ground work to follow up on those. I think we have a district in the discovery process right now, again, as part of our joint venture. Okay, so to sum it up, we have our our earn-in with JX, and we have the joint venture with Sumitomo and Newmont. Great partners, especially working in Japan. It allows us to move the company forward. Here you can see we have kept our share count down, 76 million shares, et cetera, et cetera. You can see, and this is the time to buy now. Okay, so I'm out of time. Thank you.